CEO of Digital Undivided. I am so excited to welcome you today to the Big Bang as we showcase our graduating entrepreneurs who have just finished a 16-week journey in our entirely transformed version of our pre-accelerator incubator program. In Big, these founders have grown. They have found product market fit. They have gone past beta. They have met and created their customer avatar and learned everything they need to know to take their businesses to the next level. At Digital Undivided, I am so honored to be able to lead the work of this organization every day as we catalyze the genius of Black and Latinx female founders and innovators. These women are defying odds and boundaries. They are soaring with our help. And as the leading nonprofit organization focused on intentional programming, groundbreaking data research and evaluation, and meaningful community and events, I know that these founders are armed with everything they need to go to the next level. I am beyond excited for you to meet these founders today and for them to showcase all that they have learned and all that they are doing to propel their businesses forward. I invite you to learn more about them on our website. I invite you to reach out to them. These founders are ready for the next level and are going to be entering the market. Watch out for them. I am thrilled to introduce you to our host for the Big Bang, B. Law, founder and CEO of Quirktastic and a very proud Digital Undivided alumna. Thank you again for joining us, and congratulations to all of the entire Big cohort. Welcome to the Big Bang.
Good afternoon. My name is B. Law, founder and CEO of QuirkChat, a fellow Digital Undivided program alumna, and your host for today's Big Bang Founder Showcase. Being a part of Digital Undivided and going through Big was absolutely integral to my entrepreneurial journey as I changed my career to start my own company. Because of Big, I gained the confidence to go after my first angel investors, joined the Techstars Accelerator, built an amazing app, and brought on amazing investors, including Snapchat and Mr. Happy himself, Pharrell Williams, through the largest Black Ambition Prize. I am excited to officially welcome you all to this afternoon's introduction to the next wave of founders prepared to enter the startup ecosystem. Today's event is presented by Digital Undivided, the leading nonprofit leveraging their data, programs, and advocacy to catalyze economic growth for Black and Latinx women entrepreneurs and innovators. Over the next hour, you'll meet the dynamic group of Black and Latinx women founders who have successfully completed Digital Undivided's Big pre-accelerator program. This fast-paced program for high-potential Black and Latinx women-led startups equips its participants with the tools, resources, and support necessary to take their industry-changing businesses to market. Digital Undivided is thrilled to introduce a new wave of founders poised to transform fintech, DEI, and other critical and fast-growing industries. Startup success is just as much about the founder as it is about the idea, and these 5 women have given a new meaning to the words resilience and determination. Throughout today's program, you will hear their pitches, how they face the problems that they're now solving, and how millions will benefit from their solutions. You will also have the opportunity to ask questions in the chat during the Q&A. So as you hear from them, make sure you send your questions. But first, it's my pleasure to introduce Big Program Manager, Bettina Maestre, to share a bit more about what the Big experience is all about.
Thank you, Bila. I am so excited to be here with you today, this afternoon or morning, depending on where you're tuning us from. And it's so amazing to see where you are now when you just graduated Big a few years ago. And that's exactly what we're here for today. Today, we have 5 amazing founders graduating from our program, and I'm just so ready to see them crush the entrepreneurial journey just like you did. My name is Bettina Maestre, and I am the manager of programs here at Digital Undivided. And I've been working for the past 16 weeks. I have the honor of working for the past 16 weeks with these amazing founders. I'll get into what they did during the program, but just so you know, When they got in, they definitely had an MVP. They had to have an understanding of who their customer was and what their goal was during the program. But they did that and so much more, because the way our curriculum is set up, we go from lean startup methodology to pricing, really deep into customer interviews, sales, scaling, and even more. So now they really have that product market fit, and that's what they're going to be talking about today. Not only do they have that, but we pair them with one-on-one executive coaches, because we firmly believe that when the founders grow, their businesses grow. There's just no way about that. And of course, they have access to top-level facilitators, all from all over the USA. Of course, from East Coast to Silicon Valley, but everywhere in between as well. If you're here, the founders themselves will tell you what they're looking for, but I'll give you a quick heads up. They're looking for partners, clients, investors, and of course, top accelerators. So I'm very excited for you to get to know each and every one of them further today. But if you want to get to know them even more, reach out and start that conversation. Their emails will be on the Big Bang website and are on the Big Bang website. And of course, if you are a founder yourself, and during this program, you're like, I am ready and I need to be in this program, we're waiting for you. And our applications will be open in January 2022. So don't forget to be on the lookout when applications go live. Again, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoy learning more about our founders, everything that they're doing, and get to know this now big alumni and the businesses that they're leading.
Wow. Thank you, Bettina, for that breakdown of the big pre-accelerator program and experience. I don't know about you all at home, but I'm even more excited to meet these amazing founders. If you want to learn more about these founders and their companies, or find their emails at any time, you can click the button below to go to digitalundivided.com/big/the-big-bang to review each founder's customer pitches and decks. Without further ado, let's give a warm virtual welcome to our founders. Sabriya Ilam, founder of Revision. Keisha Rogers, founder of the Ally League. Catherine Freeman, founder of Ott Connect. Jennifer Jakai Johnson, founder of Wellmiss. And Catherine Maia, founder of Bloom.
I'm Sabriya Ilam, and I am the co-founder of Revision. I've been an educator for over 20 years, from adult education to kindergarten teacher, and now as a literacy specialist for New York State. I became a teacher because I was fortunate to have an amazing educational experience at an independent school in New York City. But both in my career as a teacher and as a mother myself, I've seen how we need to make some big changes in education right now. And that's what Revision is. We're currently seeking funding for product development, for marketing campaigns, and for building our team. We're also looking to find and develop key partnership with education networks nationwide and tech companies. We look forward to connecting with you and growing Revision together. I'm excited to introduce Revision, where we're revisioning bias and reimagining communication. Revision started as the conversation between two educator moms with over 40 years combined experience and the frustration we had over the teacher bias that was impacting our children in predominantly white school districts. We were determined to create a solution to the bias they were facing in real time. The problem is that while districts are doing diversity, equity, and inclusion trainings, DEI sessions offer a historic view of bias, and many teachers don't connect to these sessions. Also, there are very few, if any, actionable steps that don't involve personal efforts. How do schools even know these efforts are working? The impact individual teachers and administrators can have on our kids isn't going to shift with broad strokes of DEI training. Without data points that are attached to equity itself, schools have no way of showing success. Also, these public sessions don't allow for the moments of privacy that people need for personal growth. But Revision is the answer to the DEI challenges we see today. Revision supports individuals and organizations by providing immediate corrective feedback, like a red squiggly line under the word that needs to be changed, in the privacy of their own device for the user while absorbing the possible impact of bias. Revision can also help at all levels, for individual users, for schools, and eventually businesses. Currently, U.S. companies spend $8 billion annually on DEI initiatives, and the numbers are growing. Schools spend up to $41 billion a year on ed tech. They generate large amounts of data, but most are siloed systems with separate dashboards. And based on federal regulation, 35 states have to report on culturally responsive education practices, but there is no specific CRE data. Revision is going to fix that. The future of Revision is to gain traction where we know it's needed, first in the education market in New York, then nationwide, and then move on to a global market. We plan to offer a freemium model with premium membership for more advanced features. This idea was sparked in March of 2021, and we've raised $35,000 to date. We're looking to begin our pre-seed funding in January to develop our MVP and beta testing with partnership schools. The only direct competition is Unbiased, which is brand new this year. In September, Revision has a unique approach to bias flagging. While some companies use this kind of technology for HR postings, we build on strengths and support users by actively engaging in the work it takes to eliminate bias that impact how we educate, how we employ, and how we interact. We're looking to raise funds for developing our MVP, data platforms, marketing, and expanding our team. We'd also like to establish corporate partnerships, including ed tech, as well as create a network of educational organizations nationwide. We look forward to connecting and hope you'll join us in revisioning the world.
Hi, Sabria.
Hi, Bettina. How are you?
Good. Great pitch. So congrats on that. Let's get to it because there are a lot of questions for you. So the first one, concerning your 3 customer segments, which group do you feel is most important to solve for immediately? In other words, who will you be selling to first?
So right now we are looking to get into schools because this is where we really want to start the change. This is the domain that I live in daily, and so I know it really well. We are educators. So this is where we plan to start. And hopefully once we get into education and spread nationwide, we'll be able to spread even further.
Awesome. Given that there is a lot of red tape and long lead times when selling to traditional school districts like bids, paperwork, etc., is your team considering targeting the 7,000 plus to charter and or private school market first or additionally?
We already have partnerships with some independent schools where this work is happening and it's on the ground and there's traction there. So we definitely plan on getting in where we have the independent schools, private schools, and charter schools for sure. Public schools are a bigger sell, but we know that this work is needed everywhere. So we know that we can get into the schools, public, private, all institutions.
Great. This next question is from Leslie in Newport, Rhode Island. And she asked, what was the most helpful lesson you learned in the Big Accelerator?
There were so many lessons. I mean, I can name facilitators that were really impactful, but more than anything, it was the process. Going through the lean startup methodology and being able to connect with co-founders and go through the process of Big was really the most impactful part.
Awesome. In your ask, you mentioned wanting to be connected to nationwide education networks. Who are your top three?
We're looking at the largest school districts. If we could get into the 10% of schools, we can access more schools than we would be able to wide. So the largest school districts we're looking at, hopefully being able to connect with teachers and school networks district-wide in California, Chicago markets, New York, and those districts, bring everything to the forefront and spread nationwide.
Last question. Now, of course, 2020 impacted how we work and how we interact. And moving forward, there will definitely be a shift with online schooling, in-person schooling, and hybrid. So how will Revision meet that shifted needs as we move forward?
Revision really is for use. It's a web-based plugin, so it's something that is going to be used for, we're in all kinds of technology. This is how we're reporting, grades. This is how we access parent communication. Technology really is going to be at the core of all educational efforts. So Revision is poised to support districts, to support students eventually, with being able to look at the documents that they create, flag it for bias, to alleviate the burden of, students having to feel that impact, but also for teachers who might not the impact that they're having.
Great. Thank you so much, Sabria.
Hi, I'm Keisha Rogers, co-founder and CEO of the Ally League. Our affordable online platform empowers employees to create the inclusive environments they crave. Our ask is for warm introductions to conference organizers, event planners, and talent development executives, all of whom represent or have access to our target audience. We'd also appreciate introductions to copyright and licensing experts who can help us understand how to protect and secure our content and intellectual property. Our immediate goal after Big is to build our minimum viable product within the first quarter of next year while attending key conferences and events where we'll gather meaningful feedback from our target market while also generating interest and leads pre-launch. Thank you for your time. Businesses today are feeling pressure from customers, employees, and investors alike to do more about diversity and inclusion. And while companies work hard to recruit diverse talent, the Great Resignation sees millions of people leaving their jobs every day for a better fit. As a corporate head of diversity and a Black woman with more than 20 years experience leading diverse and productive teams, I experience these challenges from multiple perspectives every day. Departments like mine spend billions every year recruiting talent, only to see many of these employees leave. One major survey of employees who've resigned this year found that nearly half of Black employees and more than a quarter of white employees cited a lack of diversity and inclusion as a factor in their resignations. So how do you retain the talented workforce you've worked so hard to recruit? You have to empower them to belong. The Ally League empowers employees to create the inclusive environment that they're looking for. Here's how it works. Employees sign up and complete a profile. Then they complete our proprietary assessments to help us understand what they need in order to feel included and what motivates them to include others. We aggregate that information to curate activities and resources that integrate inclusion into their work, tuned to the unique needs of their colleagues and organization. For an additional fee, they can participate in live facilitated sessions to practice their new skills and ask questions. Then they rate the content, which tunes their recommendations even more over time. We give employees the tools they need to enable their best work so they don't have to leave to belong. The learning and development market is a $366 billion industry, and our plan is to target organizations and industries with higher than average diversity gaps, like biotech and pharma, which are my area of specialty. Individuals can buy subscriptions for themselves or small groups using a credit card. Companies can buy enterprise licenses, and anyone can add on live group practice sessions. Our competition includes consultants, pre-built online training programs like LinkedIn Learning, and engagement survey platforms. Our difference is that we adapt to evolving business needs and have a lower barrier to entry with the ability to pay by credit card. And we can also be used in conjunction with any of these other solutions to create an even greater impact. We started a little over a year ago selling gift boxes containing items from Black-owned businesses to help close the wealth gap locally. With nearly $100,000 in sales, we've built a catalog of customers who are behind our mission and excited to help us move beyond the box to supporting inclusion in workplaces everywhere. Our team has more than 40 years combined experience in human resources and technology and extensive experience in DEI, program management, and leadership. We have the knowledge, the experience, and the track record to know we'll be successful. Our ask is for introductions to conference organizers, event planners, talent development executives, and copyright experts who can help us build the inclusive future faster. Thank you.
Hi, Keisha.
Hi, it is such a privilege to be here.
Thank you. It's a privilege for me to be here with you. So let's get right to it because we have a lot of action in the chat. Now, the first question for you, from your business model, there are 3 major groups being serviced. What group do you see being first in customers? As in, who are you targeting currently?
So where we're targeting first are middle managers in companies. One of the things that we see very frequently is that the sales cycle and implementation cycle for broad programs at the HR level take longer, whereas empowering middle managers to do what they can for their teams can happen a lot faster and you can see gains faster. So that's where we're focusing first.
Awesome. This next question is from Alexa in the chat and asking, are there any industry verticals where you've seen better adoption of DEI programs and events? And how do corporates measure success?
Those are 2 great questions. To the first one, there is one industry that is outperforming everyone else when it comes to DE&I programs, and that's media and entertainment. They are faster adopters to a lot of DEI interventions, and so they're experiencing more success. And our focus is really on the industries that are experiencing the least success right now because they have the greatest opportunity to see improvement. So those are the industry verticals that we're focused on. And when it comes to how corporations measure success, that's actually part of the challenge is that there aren't clear measures across industries that indicate success. And that's one of the things that we are working to do is create more clear measures, including retention. So if you see higher retention rates outperforming the Great Resignation, you'll know that this is working.
Awesome. So given that the product is mainly driven to reduce employee turnover because it's directed from the product to the companies, how do you see gaining buy-in for individual subscriptions? As in, like, what secret sauce gets them excited to pay?
So there are a couple of things. One is being empowered to make the choice yourself, to implement something for your team. It's something that I'm experiencing, from my professional life as a diversity professional. It's something that people are craving, is the opportunity to be able to act. And that alone is a big driver for participation. But the other is that it adapts to the needs of your very team. So when you fill out our assessments and we get a better idea of what's important to the individuals, the tools and the live sessions can be tuned specifically to the needs of that group, which we found really is appealing to corporations and to individuals.
Last question from Nati in the chat. Can organizations purchase these licenses now?
Well, you can't purchase them now, but you can sign up for our wait list on our website. And as soon as that's available, you'll get an email for the opportunity to sign up.
Awesome. Thank you, Keisha.
Hi, everyone. My name is Catherine Freeman. I am from Beaumont, Texas. I am the co-founder of Autism Connect. I am also a speech language pathologist and an autism mom. As a professional, I work with children with speech and language disorders and various disabilities. However, in 2017, my daughter was diagnosed with autism. As a professional, I had knowledge and understanding of how to work with children with special needs, but as a parent, I struggled to find accommodating activities and places for my child, which led me to co-founding Connect. My ask is to help with funding. We are looking to raise $500,000 for product development and for marketing and advertisement. After BIG, I plan to apply to accelerators such as Techstars and 500 startups, and to also build strategic partnerships with private practice clinics, school districts, and insurance companies. Thank you. So let me tell you about Connect. Autism is a developmental disorder that is characterized by impairment in socialization, communication, and behavior. Currently, 1 in 54 children are diagnosed with autism, and 1 in 6 has a sensory processing disorder. SPD is when the brain has trouble receiving and responding to information through the senses. The numbers are steadily rising, and parents are struggling to find access to these services and accommodating places. Currently, the wait list for evaluation and therapy are up to 6 to 12 months. Our solution is an all-in-one platform for parents to connect, find qualified therapy services, and accommodating places and activities. We also have a subscription box that includes sensory toys, inclusive books, guest experts, and more. We have over 1,000 downloads using a no-code platform, and we also have box subscribers. We have received great feedback thus far. Families have been able to find autism-friendly events in their area. We have partnered with these local businesses in our community that provide therapy services and more for the autism and special needs community, with Beaumont Independent School District being our largest partnership. Currently, $126 billion is spent annually on autism resources, with healthcare, education, and therapy being the top 3. Connect complements that by being an easy access for parents to find these resources in our platform. We are a subscription-based business with a monthly subscription for parents, businesses, and we also have our quarterly subscription box. We will launch our subscription monthly for January 22, fundraise, do the web-based app, roll in more providers for April for Autism Awareness Month, and roll out our paid version of the mobile app by May 22. Our current competition is Wolf and Friends and Culture City. Wolf and Friends provide community. Culture City provides community and sensory-inclusive places such as arenas and football stadiums. What sets us apart is that we provide sensory-friendly hours, video chats with professionals, age and diagnostic specific community resources, and we plan to implement vocational training for our older population. Here's our team, myself, Catherine Freeman, speech pathologist, Carmen Thompson, speech pathologist as well. I am also an autism mom. We're both ASHA certified. We're asking to raise $500,000 for product development and marketing and advertisement. So if you know of a parent or business or a family member that our platform will be a benefit to, tell them about iConnect and send them our way.
Hi, Catherine.
Hey, Bettina, how are you today?
Good, good, good. Great pitch.
Thank you. Thank you. Excited to be here.
All right. So, first question for you. What are some of the long-term benefits you foresee or have seen on the lives of the children you're impacting with Connect?
So far, first off, we have just been able to form the community for parents to feel like they're a sense of belonging and to be able to connect with others that are going through the same thing with them. And also just being able to provide education. On each step of the autism spectrum, you're at a different point. You know, some might be at the beginning, some might be at the mid stage, and some might be in the older stage with the older individuals. So yeah, community and education. Those are our long-term effects.
Awesome. How will potential users, families, or businesses find out about Connect?
Right now, it's been through word of mouth and through social media. Everything has been pretty organic and word of mouth. And through our fellow speech pathologists, they have been also connecting with other therapists and also with their families and been telling them about Connect.
Awesome. So this question, Leslie in Newport, Rhode Island, asked, what do you foresee to be your biggest challenge in the next few months? And what do you need to overcome it?
Hi, Leslie. I would say our biggest challenge would be onboarding more providers. That would be number one. Just from we are starting here locally in Texas, but of course we are looking to expand all across the U.S. to onboard more professionals. And then with that, we are planning to roll out our web-based version of our app. So we would need funding to help us develop that.
Great. Now this one is from Summer in Seattle, Washington. Who inspires you?
Hi, Summer. Oh, my baby girl Kinsley inspires me. She was diagnosed with autism, and she's my inspiration and purpose behind iConnect. I understand what families are going through, both personally and professionally. So she is my inspiration.
Aw. Now, last question for you. This one is from Yolanda in Peachtree City, Georgia. What does impactful legacy look like for you?
Honestly, impactful legacy to me, it means just if I could just help one person, because the autism journey, it is challenging. There are difficult days. So if I could just help one person and let them know, hey, I am here to help. There are resources out there for you. We're making it accessible for you. And just to make your life easier, that would be a lasting impact.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Catherine.
Thank you, Bettina.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Jakai Johnson, and I'm the founder and CEO of Wellness. I'm so excited to be sharing with you a project, a startup that I've been building since last year that is near and dear to my heart. My ask is that I'm seeking out investors and accelerators that can help me get to the next milestone on my journey. My goal after the program is to get into a Techstars accelerator and to raise my pre-seed round. Thank you for joining me today. Sit back, relax, and watch. Did you know that 5 out of 10 women experience a traumatic event? In 2019, I was one of them. I experienced a sudden and unexpected passing of my 15-year-old son, Christian, which led me on a healing grief journey. I tried traditional healthcare, but that was not enough. The unthinkable happened, and my entire being was trying to process it. So I leaned into holistic studies for my well-being and created my own wellness plan and care team. Not only was this hard, but some of the care I sought out was expensive. 150 million women worldwide have experienced a traumatic event, and every single day, the number is growing. And as a result of COVID-19, there will be long-term collective trauma. From our customer discovery, we learned that trauma was a major wellness challenge for women, and that unresolved trauma can exacerbate into other wellness issues if not addressed. This led to me creating Wellness, a virtual platform providing women with wellness tools to heal through trauma, where we believe there is no timeline to healing, but there is a journey. We do this by providing our wellness with a subscription-based digital healing space. When a wellness comes to our platform, she is prompted to take our in-depth wellness quiz so we can understand where she is on her trauma journey. Our AI algorithm creates a personalized holistic wellness care pathway specific to her trauma journey, which includes our connected wellness coaches and community care masterclasses led by holistic and integrative wellness care experts. 47.8 billion is what the women's health market is slated to be worth by 2027. And we are tapping into that market by defining our white space as being the go-to for women healing through trauma ages 20 to 45 years old. We offer a freemium subscription model that includes 4 plan options. We're like Class Pass if merged with Bumble by addressing all things trauma on our wellness journey and empowering her by giving her options in her wellness care. Our attraction to date includes growing our email list, establishing advisory support, and partnering with Spelman College to launch our MVP pilot program. Our team brings a combination of 43 years of experience in holistic and integrative healthcare.
Hello, Jakai.
Hello, Bettina.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right, so first question for you. What's your strategy on how you can attract your target clients to benefit from your services, given that there's still a stigma around mental health?
Yeah, so first let me say we're all about the whole being. So we are whole health, mind, body, and soul. Whereas mental health is always looked at as one component, but we're looking at all. So we're looking at mind, body, and soul. And so how we plan to attract our wellness is through various 2 different ways. First through students, undergrad students, 20 to 25, and then also our wellness who are 26 to 45. So meeting them right where they are at in support groups, trauma associations,
Also meeting them on the internet. I have to say a lot of our wellness are on Instagram. Some of them are on TikTok. So we're meeting them right where they are to attract them.
Awesome. This next question is from Alexa in the chat, asking, this is an incredible, holistic, and much needed solution. What features are you prioritizing for the MVP, and what are you saving for later stages?
Wow. Well, we just completed our pilot at Spelman College, and I have to say, the coaching was a hit. The master classes were a hit as well. That is really hard to say. I have to say, if we had to choose, it would probably be group. And what I mean by that is we'll do group master classes and group coaching, and then lead to our one-on-one coaching. We saw that there was power in the group and in community care.
Great. From Lauren in the chat, Jakai, are you interested in media partnerships?
Yes, I am. I would love that. Thank you, Lauren.
Now, trauma-related experiences often lead to isolation. What types of community building activities / initiatives will you create to support your audience's needs?
I think the big thing is peer support community. Our wellness, they want to hear from people who've been through what they've been through. That's the first thing. And so in our peer supported community, they're meeting other women who've been on that journey. Also, our practitioners, our wellness experts that would be a part of the app in our community, they also have their own healing journey. So it's no longer just about just the certification and what she's, what this particular practitioner has to offer. But in addition to what she has to offer, our wellness want to know about her healing journey. So I think that is what's going to really help our community of wellness, is knowing that she's not being talked to, but talked with.
Now we have a few seconds for this one. And this is from Miss Brand Boogie in the chat. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Why is it important for your wellness practitioners to have had their own healing experience?
Yes, it is hard to honestly talk to someone if they haven't been through something, and for our wellness, knowing that this person has been on their own journey, that they've been in what we call the dark night of the soul, their darkest moments, and she can speak to that, and we can see the light and transformation she's had on her journey. That is what makes wellness so different and so beautiful. It's that we all are wellness. We all are on a journey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bettina.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Catherine Mejia, and I am the CEO of Bloom. Today, you will be hearing about our company, whose mission is to encourage individuals to live in alignment with their talents by providing them with on-demand space for any kind of activity, as well as opportunities to find clients. I am a proud Colombian woman, and I have always strongly believed that women and men should all be afforded the same opportunities, no matter race or ethnicity. This is why I am incredibly grateful to Digital Undivided for the opportunities they have given me and all of the other wonderful Black women and Latinas who have gone through this program. I know we will all be women who shift people's perception of what a tech CEO should look like. After the Big Bang, my co-founder and I will be focusing in getting into top accelerators such as Techstars, and we will continue to grow our business and raise a $500,000 investment. We are also seeking introductions to owners of spaces suitable for creative freelancers, as well as introductions to flexible workspaces. Lastly, mentorship with raising funds. If this is you, please email us. We would love to have a conversation. Thank you. Life, it should be on your terms. Did you know that employees spend an average of 92,120 hours in their lifetime working on building somebody else's dream? I've spent up to 15 years of my life working up to 10 hours a day, stuck in 150 square feet of office space, working on everybody's dreams but my own. We have all heard of the Great Resignation, though. The pandemic has changed the way that we work, and we're finally starting to realize that in order to bloom, we need to develop our own unique talents and abilities. But oftentimes people don't think that they can pursue what they're passionate about because they don't know where to start. So they settle for jobs which pay the bills. We are going to make it easy for people to build their own dream lives by providing one central location for freelancers to find clients, get paid, and book on-demand space for any kind of activity. Our space owners benefit from additional streams of incomes during their space's downtime. Our platform is live. Space owners can create listings for freelancers in all industries, and freelancers can create listings for their classes, services, or events and start receiving payments immediately. By 2028, the number of freelancers in the US will make up the majority of the workforce. As this number grows, so will the demand for co-working spaces. Worldwide, there are an estimated 1.1 billion freelancers, which contributed 42.9 trillion to the world economy. In the US, 70% of the 60 million freelancers find jobs through online markets. Their annual revenue was $840 billion. The fastest growing industry within the freelancer market is art and design. Revenue from the top 5 US cities was 14 billion. We will get 5% of this market share. Bloom takes 15% of space owners' booking payout, 9.5% commission when a guest books a space. We also take 20% commission from the freelancer's payout. And we charge users 6% when they book a class, service, or event through Bloom. Bloom is the only marketplace which allows freelancers to book space and offer their services to new and recurring clients. I have over 10 years of sales and marketing experience. Sunny, Bloom CTO, is an experienced senior engineer with years of work experience. Again, we would love to have a conversation with those interested in unlocking one of the most valuable assets of all, human potential. Thank you.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Bettina. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. Excited to be here with you. Now, let's get right to it. What is the biggest measure of success / metric you will use to evaluate Bloom's ability to meet the needs of space owners and freelancers?
Most definitely reviews. If people are happy booking the spaces that we provide and they're getting great experiences and they're being able to offer their clients a unique experience, then we're happy. Then Bloom is doing their job.
Awesome. Now you mentioned that your platform is live, so people can get on it, they can look at it, they can book whatever options they're looking for. So do you have any early traction? And if not, what would be the first thing that you would do to get that early traction?
Absolutely. So we have about 15 space owners, which range from gyms in Miami. We have some art galleries and some residential homes. We've also partnered with a real estate development company based out of Miami that builds multifamily communities, Class A, beautiful properties. So they've agreed to list their amenity space, which includes their beautiful gyms, saunas, steam rooms, courtyards, pools, all that. So those should be listed within the next year or so.
Awesome. So for in-person booking spaces, what are your target markets?
For in-person spaces.
Open everywhere in the US or focused on major cities?
So we're going to focus mainly in the 5 major cities that have the creative freelancer market. And that is Miami, New York, LA, San Francisco, and Nashville. Those 5 cities have the highest revenue from their creative freelancers. So we'll be focusing on them.
This question is from Blanca in Atlanta, Georgia. And she's asking, what do you think is the biggest barrier, if any, for you to scale and influence the world at large with your company?
I think that perfect time for Bloom, because as you could see, the freelancer number is increasing significantly more than ever. The pandemic has completely shifted the way that we work, and people are open to working remotely. They're open to the flexibility. That's what they want. People want to live in Airbnbs in different parts of the world, and they also need those spaces. You know, if they go to Italy and live there for 6 months, we provide them the space to do what they want to do and work. So I honestly don't see a lot of barriers. I see an amazing opportunity.
Awesome. Now, last question is from Ashley in Brooklyn. And from a founder perspective, asking, in the first year since you have officially launched your business, what would be the top things you'd recommend for other founders?
I would say to be persistent and join the big pre-accelerator. Absolutely. I've learned so much with the big pre-accelerator. I can't even begin to thank, this amazing organization. So
that's awesome. Thank you so much, Catherine.
Thank you.
These founders are phenomenal. Like, come on, are you all not inspired? I am completely inspired over here. And thank you all for asking all your questions in the chat. Feel free to keep them coming. Just a reminder that you can reach out to any of the founders and learn more about them, review their customer pitch decks by clicking the button below. Now here's a recap of what the founders have been doing during the big program over the last 16 weeks.
What I hear behind all of these lines that I've gotten from your sites is that you are not only solving a problem, there's something deeper there. And in order for you to have this strong founder story, because I've heard every single pitch and I know what you do and I know how you're going to do it, and a little bit of why from some of you, there is a deeper story involved that I haven't heard yet. And that's what this workshop is going to hopefully pull out of you.
The only other thing I would say that I haven't said right now in the presentation is that as women as well, you're going to come up against a lot of bias, for lack of a better word. And the way you have to overcome that as a woman is by stating your credibility up front, right? I used to leave it to the end, and literally I would find that people didn't listen to anything I said until the end of the presentation.
How can we manage these emotions? First, acknowledge them. Simple as that. Acknowledge them. It's real and it's yours. If you're having severe challenges, talk to a professional about it.
Throughout your entrepreneurship journey, listen to contradictions. My 2 cents is I listen. I only listen. Whether I take it or no, I think that's something that I control the narrative. So I am very, very controlled of the narrative. I listen to everybody because I don't know what makes sense and what I may learn from it. But having said that, you are the decider for your business, and you should be very intelligent to, like anybody, even when we make friends, right? You know who's your tribe, you know who's like not your tribe, you know why that is not your tribe, but you will not say it because, and the same thing goes with the industry and the startups as well. There'll be a lot of fluff, there will be a lot of truth, and there will also be a lot of experience, and should be extremely smart to start filtering it.
So pitching isn't just what you do when you're trying to put your company forward. Some of you really want to be featured in media. Some of you may really want to be featured in holiday gifting guides that people actually buy from. Some of you may actually just want to know where the money resides. Well, it all resides in your pitch.
Here's the thing about MVP, in a lot of business and a lot of entrepreneurship, there are no rules. There are no rules. It's not like science or engineering where there's like rules around stuff. We say that's an MVP. Is that enough? What they did enough to do one cycle of the build, measure, learn loop and really learn something from their customers? Yeah. They got to test price points. People actually bought product. And they realized, like Zappos, the core of their business was not, with Zappos, the core of the business was not being a shoe warehouser or a shoe seller. The core of the business was a online retailer.
If I could give you one gift, I would give you the gift of perspective. So in any story, in any place, in any time, like I think it's really important to remember, like we are all humans. Like the planet Earth is very unique. We're spinning through space together, and we got to work this thing out. And sometimes, like when we have a problem, we get locked into seeing it in one way. And my goal is to help you look at problems from different perspectives in different ways.
I just want to say thank you so much. You have inspired, inspired so much. And it's incredible to me how I never thought about thinking about pricing as a creative activity that can create even more in your business. But that's really what this discussion has done, is it's made me think more about the product, its value to people, and what we can do to create more value. So I just wanted to say thank you. This is really, really great.
My name is Lauren Strayhorn, and I'm the founder and editor-in-chief of Noted. We're a digital media company that informs Black women on today's news while celebrating and highlighting our culture throughout the world. First, congratulations to this incredible cohort. Be in this moment, celebrate this moment, and also be prepared. It's only going to get better from here. It's awesome to see our illustrious host, who was my former start mentor, B-Law. It's amazing to see you in your glory. And also, I'm so honored to be a fellow big participant who can share her experience with you all today. Since graduating from the program in the summer, I've left corporate America to go into full-time entrepreneurship, building and scaling Noted while also launching a freelance marketing business. And truly the community at Digital Undivided, the founders and sisterhood that I've been able to continue to work with since the big program are truly the reasons why I am grateful for my experience with Digital Undivided and particularly the big program. Thank you all.
Hi, my name is Jade Kearney, and I am the co-founder and CEO of She Matters, a digital health platform designed to support Black moms who experience postpartum anxiety and depression through community, culturally competent therapists and culturally relevant resources. And I'm also the entrepreneur in residence for BIG. This job is so important to me. I love working with Black and Latina founders, and I love being in the early stage startup mode with them. To see their dreams and their ideas come to life is so gratifying, but also so inspiring. Working with these women daily really helps me in my pursuit of, changing things for Black women and in my pursuit to be successful as a founder. And I truly believe that each one of these women have what it takes to go the distance and to change the world. I'm so proud of you ladies. I'm your friend. I'm here. Thank you for trusting me with your dreams, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Hi, my name is Neanthi Reddy, the Associate Marketing Manager of Pine-Sol, and a very proud supporter of Digital Undivided. On behalf of all of us at Pine-Sol, we would like to express our excitement in celebrating the advancement of the 2021 Big Program alumna. Here at Pine-Sol, we are committed to driving the success of women of color entrepreneurs and their communities. This is why we take extreme pride in investing in digital undivided initiatives, and more specifically, the Big Pre-Accelerator program. Women of color entrepreneurs are the cornerstone of this economy and our communities. Through programs like Big, Digital Undivided positions this historically overlooked and underserved sector of founders for success within the markets they hope to serve. As partners of this dynamic organization, we continue to do our part in catalyzing economic growth within communities of color and advancing the future of entrepreneurship through diversity. Congratulations to all of the Big Program alumna. We are truly looking forward to witnessing how every single one of you transforms the industries you serve and scale to success. Thank you so much.
We have officially come to the end of the Big Bang Founder Showcase. First, let's give a big round of applause to all the incredible founders featured in today's program. If you'd like to connect with them and continue the conversation, please reach out. The founders are eager to meet you. So any angel investors, accelerators, partners, and new customers, including myself, I will be reaching out. But also make sure to check out their information on the website in the button below. Thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us and connecting with the next wave of game-changing businesses ready to enter the market and the founders that lead them. It's been an honor serving as your host today, and I hope that you all have an amazing day.